You may have seen last week when GCN Tech turned a 90s GT Timberline into what they are calling a
sexy Instagram super commuter.
And honestly, I think this is exactly why people like myself in the mountain bike / commuter resto mod community get a little bit misunderstood, and why a lot of us right now are rolling our eyes at this video. Now, this isn't a hate video. GCN are currently shining a spotlight on something we care about, but the way this story is told matters. So let's slow down and talk about it. For anybody who's new here and wondering who's this guy with the hat and the mustache telling me what GCN did was not quite right, essentially I'm one of those guys that are grabbing these old retro frames, building them up and turning them into
a sexy Instagram bike.
I spend weeks, months, sometimes years working on these bikes, finding the right parts, trying to find the right amount of creativity to turn them into essentially what I deem is the perfect bike for me, what I like to ride and what a lot of people enjoy really riding. Now, I want to make this clear from the get-go. I'm not trying to gatekeep here. If anything, I'm trying to open them more and correctly, if anything. Anybody can build up an old retro mountain bike into a commuter. It's encouraged, if anything. But doing it for the sake of Instagram to, and I quote, make a sexy Instagram bike, completely misses the point. Now, these bikes are already cool, and that's kind of why it is quite easy to achieve a sexy Instagram bike. A 90s mountain bike doesn't need rescuing, and it doesn't need to be stylized to justify its existence in today's world. The whole point is taking something that isn't quite suited for modern day riding and thoughtfully adapting it to make it more comfortable, more useful, more fun. The cool factor is a byproduct. It's not the goal. This is where it starts to feel a bit empty for me. Chucking on some cheap tan walls, a rack, some mud guards doesn't instantly create meaning. It doesn't tell you why these parts were chosen, what they changed about the ride, or what the problem is that they're solving. And that's where it becomes doing it for the sake of Instagram instead of becoming a craft, something you really want to enjoy and take time over. Look, I don't think this was done badly, I think it was done quickly. And ultimately that's what triggered me. The video feels built for views, not understanding of the community. And that's fine for entertainment, but it undersells why there's such a passionate community around these bikes.
Anyway, that's what I'm worried about of me riding this bike. Do I look like a granddad, basically?
This bit really stuck with me. Calling it a granddad bike turns the whole design language into a complete joke and essentially mocks what we do. For a lot of people, this is a very deliberate aesthetic they're trying to achieve, and it's not because it's a granddad bike. So to spend the whole video saying sexy Instagram bike, and then to wrap it up with it looks a bit like a granddad bike, it was confused me, if anything, if I'm really honest. Imagine instead of this being a makeover video, they spent more time reaching out to the community instead. Perhaps someone who actually generally commutes every single day on a retro bike. A bike shop that is literally wrapped around the community of retro bikes and building something from nothing. Or finding someone who has a old steel bike that has had it since it was a new steel bike and they still ride it today. Because there's people like that out there. Tons of them. I feel like they were flicking through Instagram instead of looking deep into what is essentially, to me, one of the biggest community of bike lovers in the world. Now, I want to be clear. I am glad GCN made this video. It puts old mountain bikes back in front of a mass audience. And that's a good thing. I just don't want newcomers thinking the goal is to build something that is Instagram worthy or a
sexy Instagram super commuter.
The goal is to build something you actually want to ride. Something that's comfortable, something that is usable, something that maybe has racks and fenders and maybe tan walls as well. The Instagram worthy part of it comes later. It's a byproduct of what you've done, not why you're doing it. Now, if you've got this far in the video, thank you. And I realise it's kind of ironic me saying, don't build bikes for the internet, build them for you. I spend most of my time building bikes for the internet. That is kind of what I do. But it's not the real reason why I do it. I do it for myself. The internet's a byproduct of that. I've just done it so many times that I have a following doing it now. It's hard to get across. The main message that I want to make sure I get across though is I don't want to put people off. If anything, I want to encourage people to do it, and I want to encourage people to do it the right way. Currently, we have a build-off challenge running for this month. It's until the 28th of February, and Max, the mullet mechanic, he put it together and essentially encourages people all around the world to build a commuter type bike, just something cool for as cheap as possible. And if you are looking to get a better understanding of the retro and kind of build a community, follow this challenge. On Instagram and YouTube, if you use the hashtag cheapbikebuildoff 2026, you should be able to see lots of people doing those things. I'm going to put a list of other builders like myself in the description down below, and more information about the cheap bike build off, because all these people will be sharing stuff along this right now. So this is the perfect time for this message. It's the perfect time to talk about building bikes and why we do it. If you want to better understand why this happens, GCN, I'm sure you're not watching this, but if you are watching this, if you want to have a better understanding of why this community does what they do, follow the cheap bike build off. It's the best way to do it. I'm going to end this video without my normal mumbo jumbo about whatever else. All I'm going to say is I want to know what you think. This comment section, I want to light it up. I might have triggered more people. I might have done the opposite of what I was trying to achieve. I want to know about it. Let's talk about this. I think it's an important conversation to have. And if you're new to this scene, welcome. We're really nice people. We want more people to do what we do. It's cool. It's exciting, and there's the best people in the industry are around old bikes. That's how I'm going to end it. I make videos every week. You can tap there to subscribe, and if you can't wait to the next one, that one up there is a particularly good one.